Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live Stream. I hope y'all are ready for the storm. We hope all y'all had a good week. Mama, Dad, how was your week, brother?
Hadn't been great. That right now. Been flat on my back for about the past 3 days. Back went out. Last time it went out this bad, I was in Nairobi, Kenya, trying to figure out how I was going to get home. And I'll just tell you, there's no peace. It's not letting up. I finally got me some medicine, so I think we're on recovery.
Hope you feel better soon, man.
Yeah, me too. If I go to sleep, y'all just cut me off.
Thanks for being here, brother. Six, how was your week?
I had a pretty good week. I missed last weekend because I was gone deer hunting.
Did you get
bring
one?
Me home a deer. Yep, I brought me home a deer.
Yes.
So
nice one too.
And let's see. Then during the week, I did a bunch of reloading, or I say reloading. I got a bunch of case prep done. We we were supposed to be shooting today, our big match, but they finally decided we need to cancel it. It's going to be too cold. Raining and cold, so I'm here tonight. So that's about it for me.
We're glad to have you.
Go ahead.
Dr. Zink, how are you, brother?
Slow at work. Normally we're busy. We'll climb up in a slow week. I'm all prepped for whatever we're going to get thrown at us tonight. I'm in Sunday to Monday. And just relaxing, taking it easy. Nothing reloading. I can't get my ass in gear to do stuff. So.
Y'all take a look at that snowblower. First thing caught my mind was that big old engine on that thing. And he was telling us before we started that's a 454 Chevy engine.
Wow. He's not.
If you're going to have a snowplow and blower, do it right.
If you're going to go all out.
It's a 36. It's a 36-inch opening.
Get her done.
Well, only get about 100 feet to the gallon with it. That's all.
Reminds me of, Tim Allen. There ain't no power in that thing, so I rewired it. I had a big block V8 Chevy sitting in the basement.
There's actually videos on YouTube. You type in V8 snowblower, you'll see videos of the thing running.
Oh, wow.
There's a few different ones out there, but that one's out there, the 454.
That's crazy cool right there, dude. Thanks for sharing that picture with us.
But if you watch it on YouTube, you won't believe how far it throws snow.
Yeah, I set 1.5 miles in the green room before we started. Anyway, man, thanks for being here, Dr. Zink. Mr. Kyle.
What's up?
How was your week, my brother?
It was great. Had a couple of great days off, spent with the wife and children. I call my dogs my children. Went back to work today, and you talk about a zoo. You'd think that nobody's ever heard a forecast for cold weather coming. It was mayhem, but made it through it. I'm sitting here choking down some good old deer chili and getting ready to light this candle. What about you, Rebel? What's up?
Anytime it has weather like this and it extends into next week, that means I'll lose business, and that sucks. But it is what it is. At least I don't have to be anywhere. I worry about my wife because she's a nurse and she has to be somewhere. She's going through right now whether she needs to go in and spend the night, Saturday night, Sunday night. I said, if you go in, plan on being there Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. I said, because it's going to be just as bad. And she said, oh, hell no, I can't do that. I was like, well, honey, then summon your inner West Virginia and then drive, but it's going to be bad,
Because you ain't taking it.
No, I mean, that would be an insult to her. I mean, you got to remember, she drove in this stuff as much as I have, maybe more. So, because I had to be at work no matter what. And every inclement weather event we had here, I had to be there because I was director of plant operations. And I had to be there before third shift left and first shift came in. So someone said, yeah, but you live in North Carolina. It don't matter. I mean, that was every event. So I had to drive in all kind of stuff. And I built the perfect vehicle for that. And then under Joe Biden's administration, they stopped making gas for it. So it's hard for me to get non-ethanol gas for it.
There's Mr. CW.
Anyway,
He is.
I'm other than a slightly burnt hand from lighting up a Coleman grill or a Coleman lantern, I'm all right. I got kindling and wood, oak wood, 100 feet to my left, and as I start pulling it off the pile, it's too cold for the copperheads to bite me. So if I uncover one, I can shoot one or even pick him up and break his neck. It don't matter. But that's gonna blister. Where that
Wow.
Coleman lit up.
I claim that one's
gonna.
shooting too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cook up a good lye. You need a better lye than the Coleman stove.
The hell with it. I'll just spit on it and it'll get better.
There you go.
All right. Who's next?
Mr.
CW?
Walter.
Am
Mr.
I up?
Walker?
Okay, yeah. We had a good week around Casa de Viejo out here. The weather wasn't too bad at all. It was actually warm all last week, and we were hitting low 70s for the highs and high 40s for the lows. So I can't complain about that at all. Different story on the other side of the state. First part of this week, they got the storm in the Sierras that you guys are looking at right now. And so they got...
Thanks, VAO.
Hey, it's as the world turns, man. It ain't my fault.
I know. Like you could have
It
gone.
happens, man.
Stop.
I think the storm was over China first, and then we got it and toned it down a little bit for you guys. So yeah, thanks. You're welcome.
There you go.
Anyway, I got to the range and got some shooting done, and I got quite a bit of loading and casting done this week. I had a couple more rescue molds that I got a hold of, a couple of old, one really old, Lee single cavity molds that had been sitting around in the back of somebody's Jeep or something. I think CW had it before I did. I don't know. He's always been something of a sidewinder. Look at him up there.
I don't even know. I haven't touched the iPad since I set it up. I'm just sitting here. I didn't go near it. And
It's that Apple craziness, man. It just happened.
No, I was fine a minute ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm on my ear.
Yeah. Well, you can let some of that carbon fouling drain out. Well,
It might be that that intake on that V8 that's below me there.
there it is. Yeah, that's exactly. Look at your
I know it's
position's
sucking,
right over
it's
it.
sucking Andy in because he keeps disappearing.
You talk about blowing smoke up your butt.
That'll do it.
Yeah, it'll do it right there. Anyway, good week. Got to the range, got some shooting, got some casting done, and I had found. Yeah, now he's going all the way around. There you go. Found another wad cutter mold of all things. A really old Lee single cavity 358 150 wad cutter, one that's been out of production forever, 150 grain. So we got that one squared away. It was a mess. Got it all cleaned up and got some bullets actually cast out of it. So that was I like those kind of projects. I like to get in and refurb something that was going in somebody's junk pile and bring it back to life. So I did that. I had 2 molds like that this week. So those will show up eventually. And what else? Today I got some loading done. I got a whole bunch of cast bullets sitting around that I've cast for Moldy Mondays and haven't even sized them yet. I've probably got 10 different, containers of bullets that I've cast for that series and haven't done anything with it. So we got 3 or 4 of those knocked out today, and I'll take those to the range and shoot them this coming week. So good week here. Spent some time with the girlfriend and, and enjoyed I got to tell you guys, and don't take this the wrong way. We used to kind of take, our California weather for granted, and it would get like today. It was cloudy all day. It only made it to 62 degrees or something. We'd, Mitch and bone about that all day long until I started connecting with you fellas over there on the other side of the country and seeing what you have to put up with in the winter. And I go out, in shorts and a t-shirt on a day like today and say, thank you, sir. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm taking it. And, so I feel for you guys. You got to really look hard to find a day where you can get out of the house far enough to go shoot something. And I can go almost 365. Same thing with riding the motorcycles. There was hardly ever a day where we couldn't get out and ride, but we pay in other ways, as you well know, thanks to our current lack of leadership state. But anyway, that's good week here. I can't complain about nothing. Life is good in Viejo land. How about you, Jamie?
We need to talk to CW first.
Oh, yeah, we should talk to him.
How was your week, CW?
I'm just talking to the side chat because I haven't been over there. Pretty good week. Crazy weather. Crazy weather. We had single digits, but for the most part it was teens earlier in the week. And then we got up into the, I don't know, upper 20s, low 30s for highs. And then we hit like 43 or 44 Thursday. And this morning it was supposed to be high of, I don't think it was supposed to be even freezing, but let's just say freezing. And it got to like almost 40 degrees before noon. And then they just plummeted. It was like 18 degrees here this afternoon before the sun went down. So it's just nuts. It's just nuts. We got negative numbers forecast for most of the next 6 or 7 days overnight, and highs in the 20s every day. So it's going to be a stay inside for everybody around here. Whether the snow is all over the map, depends on who you listen to. 24 to 30 inches.
Running backwards.
24 to 30 inches from some of them, and maybe we get 10, 12 inches from other ones. So we'll get what we get when it's over. We'll know what it is. So who knows? But
That's it.
didn't get to the range. I was going to go on Thursday, but too much going on. I just didn't go. Got a little bit of reloading done. I got a couple of videos done on stuff that came in the mail. I got a little fancy thing in the mail today. I was all excited about. So I put that all together, made a video about that. That's coming up. I don't want to say anything because it's going to screw up everything. Like 3 or 4 videos before it, if I tell you about this thing. So we got to work our way up. Unfortunately, it'll post the end of February. So you have a little bit of a wait, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. And, so there'll be no range next week, almost for certain. Almost for certain. It's with highs in the 20s. It's not really going to happen. I might go to the indoor because a whole week without the range will be rough. So maybe I'll go inside and shoot that 1022 again. I could do that, but we'll see. I missed most of your guys, so I'll have to catch up tomorrow when I watch it again. And look at here. Leave the back door open and anybody will wander in. Hello,
Wow.
Gosh sakes, Julian, it's been a long time since I've talked to you. Maybe 2 hours or something.
That's good. Julian, how was you? We're just finishing up. I'm the last one before Jamie, so let's see how your week was, and then we'll go up to Jamie. How was your week?
Oh, just 1 second. I'm just switching off the. There you go. Let me just switch this other screen off because there's echoing in here. But
We're basically
how's
just
it going,
complaining
guys?
about the
See
weather.
you all. Thank you for letting me jump on.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're always welcome.
Yeah, I've had a good week. It's managed to get finished. I'm getting finished a little bit earlier in the days now. Like I said, I sold one of my routes, so it's given me a bit more free time. I was lucky enough to speak to Walter earlier on the phone, so that was good. We hadn't spoken for a while. So, yeah, I'm getting back into it. I bought a couple of new guns and making some videos. So, yeah, we're getting back into it.
Awesome.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Good news.
Hey, Fuzz, if you're going to dream big, buddy. Dream big.
Yeah, go big or go home, huh?
There's my buddy Ricky Baird out
Ricky's
there.
here.
Good to see Julian again, man.
Not going to pick it up, but there it is. Look, there's the Remington 35.
Ooh.
There you go. That's a good one.
So it's a 335 or 336 RC, I think it was, what we were talking about, I think.
Yeah, that's the one you
CW.
texted me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an RC or regular carbine or Royal carbine, depending on how you read, who you read.
We
I
got
like those. I like those.
Ricky's here over in the side chat, and we'll call all y'all out in a minute. We also got reloading from the hot pots out there.
Hey,
Good to
Gene.
see Gene again.
Gene.
So
Gene.
my week was work. Come home, do some more work. Try to do some brass prep, and that happened.
Oh, Duckarooski.
Oh no.
You let it get a little bit dry.
Yeah, it set out a little too long.
You gotta keep her lubed up.
Well, I put that lanolin on there, but I think I had wiped it and thought I had put some of my Hornady wax on there, and apparently I'd forgotten. Getting old ain't for sissies, in case y'all want to know. So I got an order in from Midway. Are we allowed to say that?
Sure.
This is for the 350
Island.
Legion. Y'all can't read it because it's backwards. 35 caliber, the 170 grain SP interlocks.
Yep.
Soft point interlocks. I'm gonna work up a faster load for my 350 Legend with those. And on the advice of my brother, Mr. Mark MCK out there, I got some Hornady 6.5 130 grain ELD match.
I'm liking that 130 weight more and more in the 6.5.
Yeah, that's I never went to the 147s. I started with 123s and then skipped to the 140s.
Mm-hmm.
And they've worked beautifully at range and distance. But I can't get under that one MOA mark at 1,000 yards. And Mock was
Hello.
right there at it.
Hey.
with, hey,
130 burgers will do one MOA at 1,000.
okay.
They will. I mean, you don't need that big heavy bullet. Push it faster. You know?
There you go. There you go.
You see it, powder? You see that?
SC.
Yeah.
What are you doing with South
We got-
Carolina powder?
We
You're not supposed to
got
have
some
South Carolina powder.
we got some angel dust coming in. We got Rotumbo, we got H1000, we got 4831 shortcut.
Reloaded 26.
I wish there's no
That's
reloader
Angel.
anywhere.
That's Angel.
Come on,
dust.
man. That's
unicorn.
no,
dust.
that's unicorn poop. Yeah.
Good old hen's teeth.
Okay. Tonight we want to talk about, if y'all let us, if there's anything out there y'all want to talk about in the side chat, y'all never hesitate to bring that up, and we'll try our best to make sure we see it and get it up there. But yeah, that's right, Ozzy. Barrel rate matters too. We'll talk about 38 tonight. And here is a list of some of the 38 caliber. Let me see if I can make this work. Cartridges that they list on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. It's got to be right if it's on the Wikipedia.
No, it don't. Can't even find it now. There it is. Here we go. Y'all see that?
Yes,
There's
sir.
some on here that I disagree with, and some I've never heard of. For example, 380 ACP, that's a 9mm, okay?
Yeah, it's not really 38.
That ain't a 38. That 38 Casole, that's 356. Never heard of that either. 38 short colt, 38 long colt. Those two are exactly backwards from what you would think, and we'll get into those here in a minute. 38 special, of course. 38 ACP. Not sure I knew about that.
Yep.
38
Yeah.
Super. 38 Super Comp. Of course, we've heard of 38 Smith and Wesson. 38 TCP. I have no idea, but again, that's a 355. It's a 9mm. But so is the 38 Super Comp. 380 short revolver. That is literally a 38.375. 38 revolver long, 375.
Yeah,
I don't know about those. And the 3840 Winchester, I've heard of that, but it's a 401. It's a 40 caliber. So
Dang, Jamie, you're gonna make me bust my glasses out.
yeah. I had to go to my phone and zoom in.
oh yeah,
3840 is the original 10mm.
it's what it looks like.
Oh, it is. That's what it is.
Hey, Hillbilly.
It's a 4440 case, neck down to 401.
Hey fellers, how y'all doing?
Pretty
Hey there.
good, man. We're talking about 38 tonight. How was your week, buddy?
Cold. Getting colder. Oh man, sorry I was late getting in here, fellers. We just been busy and one arm paper hanger, getting ready for this cold weather and delivering a little wood to neighbors and this and that. And anyway, so it was a little late getting dinner going anyhow. And then a couple grandkids showed up about halfway through that, so we had to add on to dinner. And so anyway, yeah, Paul's good. And loving more anyhow.
Thank you for being here, man.
Oh man, yeah, 38, 357. Good
It's,
stuff.
it's cold everywhere, man.
It is.
Walter, I got 800X.
Yeah.
Gene found me an 8-pound can of.
Yeah, 700X came back in. Somebody in the side chat said that they saw it, and I did too. And I don't know if it was either Midway or Brownells or Natchez or one of those guys had it, and it was gone like at the end of the day. But I still got a bunch of it here.
It was teased briefly.
Yeah. Well, Gene over at Reloading from the Hot Pot, where he works at Republic Ammunition, they had 2,400 in an 8-pound keg for about 15 minutes, and I got one up. As soon as I saw that, I said, "Yeah, send it." And I think they've got 1-pounders now, but 2,400 is back on the market, and 700X is one of those ones you don't get a pound, you get 14 ounces or something. It's fluffy.
Well, I'm those two on my list to buy bigger containers of is Unique and 2,400.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They're two
Yeah.
that you always
They're
find
staples.
for 'em. They just
Yeah.
always work. I love them in cast bullet rifle loads. You can load everything with it, and it seems like the same load is a great starter for across the board. I've got some great loads with 2,400 and cast bullets.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much trail boss would you hoard up?
I think I have about eight pounds.
Yeah, that's about where I'm sitting on it right now too. Maybe a little less than that, but it, it was gone for years, several years until, it was being made, as I understand it, down in Australia, and then their plant there burnt down or something
burned down,
happened, and it went out of production for a long time, but it's come back now, and it's a useful one too. You got to be a little careful with, how you do it, but it's a good, nice, fluffy, fill up the case kind of powder.
Don't
I heard a
donut.
story on Facebook today. A guy was posting saying that he talked to somebody at the SHOT Show from Hodgson, saying that the powder will be back in next month. It's like everybody kept saying it's already in.
Yeah.
What are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, that was straight from Hodgkins. It was like, it made no sense.
Right.
I think we're going to see more. I think it's going to loosen up whenever we get these wars over with. But I think we're going to see more Shooters World stuff back in stock. I bet Gene will be able to tell us more about that. So
I thought they discontinued those. The Shooter's World. I thought they were discontinued.
They did for now. Because they can't. They can't
Oh, okay.
send it
One
into
of
the
those.
country.
They just couldn't
Yeah.
do it. So okay, got it.
Can't bring it in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got
makes sense. Yeah, the price of the metals has gone way up, so factory bullets are going to go up.
all right,
Why
Walter,
are the only United States companies stepping up and filling in all this void?
yeah, all right. It's time for us to call out the side chat. Walter, you know
We
what
can
we're
only fill
doing.
up so much void, Hillbilly.
Yeah, well, let's just go 38 special or 38 SPL or just 38, anything with a 3 and an 8 in it, and except for 380. Don't be putting 380.
Right. We'll work with that. And when we get done with this, we're going to go through the room and everybody's going to tell us their favorite powder for 38 special.
Oh boy. I've got about 4.
Well, we'll rattle them off and get it done pretty quick. Bama Dad's first in. He's on the panel and out in the side chat. Viejo 280. Walter made this up. And he's on the panel. 6-Shooter Texans on the panel. So is CW. So is Kyle Lusk. So is Andy 79Z28. There's Bobby Barlow's out there. Hillbilly and Ames is out there. Hillbilly's on the panel as well, and we're glad to have him. Fusty Fork 8's out there. Walks Fletcher. Paul Loud. Mr. Pollard. James Pollard's out there. Edward Petty. Rollis Carvelis. Reloading from the hot pot. My brother Gene, MacMan 039, is on the panel and in the side chat. Bud with a gun. What's going on, Bo? Ozzy Osbourne, Mike Hester. Reloader 762. Been a minute, brother. Good to see
Oh
you
man, I
there.
missed him.
Chessboard out there. And we want to always thank Chessboard. He's the one that made our video of the entrance that you see when we come on. Papa's Place, Alaska 1, Andy. Fuzz T48. Boomstick, Edward Petty, 01 guy, Dwayne 7834. Hillbilly and Ames again, and we got to talk after this. Hillbilly.
Kentucky Rimfire.
Miss Hot Shots out there. Paul out again. James Pugh, what's going on? He said he had a problem with his 350 Legend. Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies is out there.
Ronnie's out there.
Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, that's what I said. And I think we're up to date for at the moment.
Good crew in here tonight.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of good folks, man.
Yes,
The
sir.
gang's all here.
Before we start blabbing off our favorite 38 special powders, Hillbilly.
Yes, sir.
I do not like 38 special. And the reason is I paid a lot of money to get a seat in the second row at one of their concerts, and they poured beer on me.
Uh,
Of course,
and you
this
didn't
was,
bring a straw, huh?
Gotta hold on loosely.
I mean,
That's all they
I
want.
mean,
Just hold on loosely.
they're a
They did
good
a
band.
nice remake of Fortunate Son also back in the day. So
See, I'm not a CCR fan either.
oh man. You not
man,
ever
you-
look out your back door?
You
got-
communist or what? Man, yeah.
They were changed
Man,
kind of
tells you who
hoodoo.
your real friends are, huh? Start putting out CCR.
I love more complex music. Let's just put it that way.
More Barry Manilow's your style,
Special. Y'all, Hillbilly called me up last night, and we stayed on the phone way too dang long,
huh?
man. Anyway, favorite 38 special powder, CW?
Well, I've probably burned more than 10 pounds of bullseye shooting, the past 40 years of bullseye. It's not the best, but I mean, like 3.3 or 3.4 grains is what my load was. I just loaded so much of it. It's what I think of when 38 special. But there's a ton of good ones. 231s is a really good one. HB 38's the same thing. That's a really good choice. Accurate number 2 works really well. There's a ton of powders that work really good. It's hard to really say any one is the best, but if I was picking one for me, it would have to be bullseye, just because I used it for so much for so long.
Good deal. Hillbilly, you want to chime in? You gotta start loading with 38, buddy.
Well,
38
I've been loading some of my buddy. I do have my press set up out in the shed. But a buddy of mine, he just has a summer house down here, and he reloads. He's the only one locally that I know like that reloads, and so I've been going over there a little bit, and we've been loading some 38 9mm and a few things, and so just kind of getting the hang of it.
You want to sit sometime? We can do a FaceTime or something. I'm happy to help you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
appreciate it very much. And well, he still has some of the stuff that I don't have yet. To remove the primers and a few things, and so yeah, we're just kind of going through everything, and it's been fun. It's just he's not down here a whole lot, and then he's definitely not down here in the winter. So, but
Do you remember what powder you used in 38?
man, I'm trying to think. I want to say maybe Bullseye
Gold Bond.
is what we were using in that. Maybe he had several different powders there.
That's a good one. Bama Dad,
I like Gold Bond.
can't go wrong if you got it.
You won't get chafed up, that's for sure.
If you got
Sure, man. Those
I
bullets will
don't-
come sliding right out of that cylinder, won't they?
I don't reload 38, so I had to say something silly. Just about all the powders I'm using right now is Hodgdon, excuse me. So the quality's been there. I hadn't had any problems out of them, so I try to stick with anything Hodgdon. So if I was loading 38, I would pick out the appropriate one off their website and go with that. But I'm a big fan of their online load data. I like it.
Look at this mess. Walt's giving you recipe and everything. 1903 A4. Good to see you out there, buddy. Glad you're here. 6.
Well, I really haven't loaded that many different rounds with 38, tell you the truth. Until 2 years ago, I think I might have loaded some unique, and I do have some Trail Boss in there loads. But when the wife started cowboy shooting with me, I had to develop something, and I'm using Tight Group, and I've already used several pounds of that. So
Yeah, that's what it's what I'm using for my cowboy loads too. Tight Group, and then I'll switch to Clean Shot till it's gone. The Shooter's World Clean Shot.
yeah,
It's very close to Tight Group. Some of the guys on the side chat are talking about
Yeah, Gene likes it.
Tight Group for 9
Bud
minutes.
likes it dirty. He likes that tight group.
can you download that Clean Shot as much as you can Tight Group?
I don't know that.
They
That's one
function
really
very
good thing
similar.
about Tight Group is it's not position sensitive, and if you've got just a little bit in that case, in a revolver or a lever gun, where that whole cartridge is sitting this way, Tight Group doesn't care.
Yeah. You're
It's
only
still
using
more
2.5 of Tight Group, so it ain't much in there.
Yeah, for cowboy shooting, everybody generally loads the minimum or under the minimum.
Oh, it's
As
under.
long as the
minimum.
bullet comes out the barrel
Yep.
and
It
it
doesn't
makes a
have to get
noise that
very
hits
far.
the steel, you're good.
Yeah, you ain't got to
Yeah,
go.
cowboy shooting, the fire factor is only 60. So
Yeah. Andy?
Back in the day, like CW, Bullseye. Like he said, 10 pounds, yeah, probably at least that much. And the other was unique, a little stouter loads. But my powder today is that Winchester WSH. That stuff I'm shooting it and everything. So, it's like a equivalent to a green dot. So it's a bit on the fast side, but it works well.
Good deal. Good deal. That's the thing about shotgun powder, man. You can adapt and overcome.
Yeah, well, once you find out what it's a close equivalent to, then you can play with it.
Yeah. You can work from there. What about you, Kyle? Do you load 38?
Yes, sir. Tight Group and Clean Shot. Not it.
else call me.
Yep, like group and clean shot. I like tight
That's-
group dang near any pistol.
I know tight groups are really cool, but that and what Walter was saying about position sensitive, that's a big deal.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if I was going to go do some target shooting, I would probably use something else. So
Yeah, I'm a 238 kind of guy, 231 rather, and Dale Pogue likes the HS6. What about you, Rebel?
hey, you're
Bueller.
muted.
You're muted, Rebel.
Try hand signals.
Bueller.
There
Try-
you go.
Rebel,
I
what's your
hit
favorite
the
powder for 38?
I hit the freaking button.
You ain't gotta hit it twice. You just hit it again.
Gotta hold your mouth right.
Holy jeez.
You're off. There you go. Do it by braille.
Unique.
Dang it.
Walter?
Damn.
You're back.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, for me, I don't shoot as much bullseye as I used to. I think to pick one that I use the most in 38 special, and I shoot a lot of that stuff, 38 special, and with all of the kinds of bullets, is probably going to be 231. There's a couple of cast bullets that I still use unique for. I still kind of like Elmer Keith's old load with the 160 grain hollow point. I think the line I have the mold, or no, 358429. No, yeah, 358429. That's the hollow point Keith bullet, one cavity, and
As a solid, yeah.
and he shot that with a little bit hotter load of unique than what I shoot it with, but it's close. And I use unique with that one, but mostly 231. Every once in a while, some clean shot or something else, but mostly 231.
Anybody ever
If
use
I was
that
going to
one?
pick one, it's yeah. If you can't find 231, they're almost identical.
That's what I thought.
Edward Patty was saying that.
Yep. So that's me. I'll claim 231 as my most commonly used one in 38 special.
That's me. That and unique. MacMan.
So I use Vitivori N350 Premium. And it works pretty good. And the reason I'm on that is my local gun store came to me and said, hey, we're getting rid of some of these powders. Do you want to buy them? And I had 50 jugs of that for like 10 squats a jug. So I couldn't turn it down.
Heck yeah, man.
So I couldn't turn it down. So I bought all his Vitivori and I bought all his Norma. And so I sort of started using that, and it works really well, to be honest with you. I don't use it on my cast bullet. I'll drop down to maybe that HP 38 or something on cast bullets, but on normal bullets, I use that Vitivori, and I'm very happy with it.
Cool.
Good
I have
deal.
not used 350. I use a lot of 320 and 340, but I've never used the 350.
It's only because I had a big pile of it, and I thought I'd give it a go. It said you could
We
use
got
it on the
340.
website, so that's
Very
what we did,
cool.
and it works well.
Yeah, I think I've got some 330, but I think I use it more in 357 Magnum than when it comes to 357 Magnum. That's a little bit different animal. I like the heavy pistol.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I've got a
There's
panel.
2400.
I got a panel of 340 I've never used. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that Vidavori stuff. Back
All
when I
of
first got into this, Vidavori was cost prohibitive. I mean, it was
Yeah.
$55 a pound. Now all of it's that much.
Mhm.
Let
Right,
me
exactly.
quickly go through history, then maybe I can show y'all some. When was the .38 caliber invented? This is from the Gun Zone, and it's by Wayne Fletcher. That's Walt Fletcher's brother. And it was written March 27th, 2024. He says that the .38 caliber wasn't invented in a single moment, but rather evolved. The first cartridge, commonly known as .38 caliber, the .38 Long Colt, was developed by Colt's Patent Firearms Manufacturing Company and introduced in 1875. However, several related cartridges, including those designated as .38, quote unquote, predated it, making the picture a bit more nuanced. Understanding the development of the .38 caliber requires examining the mid to late 19th century landscape of firearms and ammunition technology. The transition from muzzle loading firearms to breech loading cartridge systems was well underway, driving a surge of innovation and experimentation. Many different manufacturers were developing their own cartridges, and standardization was not yet a priority. While the .38 Long Colt of 1875 is widely recognized as the genesis of the .38 caliber, some earlier cartridges could be considered precursors. For example, several cap and ball revolvers used bullets approximately 0.375 to 0.38 inches in diameter, though these were not cartridge based. Similarly, some early metallic cartridges, though not officially designated .38, used bullets of similar diameter. So what was going on as I've studied up on this, and they were converting these cap and ball revolvers to cartridge, and the 38 caliber ball, the barrels were literally 375 to 38 inches, so they had to fill up those lands and grooves. So the first one, let me just keep telling y'all about this article here. The .38 Long Colt was significant because it represented a distinct step forward in cartridge design and became a commercial success. Intended for use in Colt revolvers, it utilized a heeled bullet, meaning that the bullet diameter was the same as the outside of the cartridge case. This design was common at the time, but would eventually be superseded by internal lubricated bullets. The .38 Long Colt saw military service and was adopted by some law enforcement, giving it considerable visibility. Development of the .38 Short Colt, simultaneously another cartridge, the .38 Short Colt, was also available. It was shorter and less powerful than the .38 Long Colt, but offered a more compact option. Both these cartridges used the same bullet diameter, cementing the quote .38 designation. Emergence of the .38 Smith & Wesson. Another important cartridge during this time was the .38 Smith & Wesson, introduced even slightly before the .38 Long Colt. The .38 Smith & Wesson used a bullet with a slightly larger diameter than the Colt cartridges, 0.360 versus 357. And while called .38, they are not interchangeable. This illustrates the lack of standardization in the early cartridge era. The .38 Smith & Wesson gained popularity as a defensive cartridge, particularly in small revolvers. In the late 19th century, the influence of smokeless powder and the 38 Special in the late 19th century also saw the development of smokeless powder, which offered significant advantages over black powder in terms of cleanliness, velocity, and power. This led to the development of new cartridges optimized for smokeless powder. The 38 Special, introduced by Smith
Shit.
& Wesson in 1902,
Everybody
was
dropped
a
out.
direct result of this advancement. Now I'm getting different dates during my research. I've got
Sammy,
1898
you're there, right?
and
Andy, you're there.
I'm here. Yeah, why?
Okay. Well, everybody dropped out.
can y'all not hear me?
There's Jamie.
Can y'all not hear me?
I hear you.
Yes,
I can hear you.
No, we
Yeah, we
couldn't.
hear
You
you.
dropped out.
It's just you, Rebel.
think
Jamie's
Rebel-
talking.
Having troubles. Everything looks good on my side.
Okay.
Before we go further, guys, I'm going to bail out. I've
Oh,
got
okay.
to get out there early in the morning and get my food shopping done.
Well, thanks for being here, Andy. We appreciate you, buddy.
Good night, Andy.
Everybody,
Good to see you in
stay,
the weather tomorrow.
We'll see you, Andy.
Stay
See you.
warm.
Mayberry, buddy.
be safe.
You too.
We got our favorite Canuck is here. Hobby's Hobo. Mike's here.
Uh-oh, y'all straighten up. Okay, back to the article. This says that 38 Special was introduced by Smith & Wesson in 1902. I've read 1898 as well, so go figure. But it was a direct result of this advancement. The 38 Special was dimensionally similar to the 38 Long Colt, but designed to handle the higher pressure of smokeless powder, making it considerably more powerful. It quickly became one of the most popular revolver cartridges in the world, and its enduring legacy continues to this day. The 38 Special became the dominant 38 caliber cartridge. Its success led to the development of numerous variants and improved ammunition, including the Plus P higher pressure loads for increased performance. It's also the parent case of other cartridges like the 357 Magnum, illustrating its significant influence on cartridge design. And then it goes on with a bunch of frequently asked questions and answers. There's another article here, and I'll show y'all some of the pictures. But this I want to share with you guys. And let me do this. I'm going to put it in the comments here. Not the comments, but the side chat. This is from handloadermagazine.com, and it's a more in-depth article than the one I just read to y'all. But if you're snowed in over the weekend and you can find it, that's a good one. Let me do this.
Uncle Bob's here.
Uncle Bob.
Hey, Uncle Bob.
I'm just going
Bubba Reno, Bubba Rama.
I'm going to show y'all the pictures. This is 1930. Smith & Wesson introduced its first 38 Special revolvers on 44 frames, including the heavy duty, and that's that one. You also see the lemon squeeze grip right there. And this one is called the Outdoorsman. Adjustable rear sight, as you can see, as opposed to the top strap sight. Later, they became the models 20 and 23. So the top one would have been a model 20, and the Outdoorsman would have been the 23. And this is a Colt Model 77, 1877 double action 38 Colt, and it's that's called the Lightning. Remember the Lightning from our revolver series?
Billy the Kid's favorite.
This is these cartridges here. These are head stamp 3844 because they're heavy loads that needed that heavy 44 frame revolver to hold the pressure. And these two right here are the one on the left is the Smith & Wesson Model 15 Combat Masterpiece, and the other one is the Model 23 Outdoorsman. Same picture as the bottom picture up there, the big 44 frame gun. Here's some cast bullets, and me and Walter and CW are familiar with most of these. This one, number one there is the Lyman 358156. Notice the multiple grooves there. Number two right here is Buffalo Arms Custom 158 hollow base round nose. Number three is the Lyman 358477, one of my absolute favorite bullets for 38 357. That's a 150 grain semi wad cutter. The number four right there is the Lyman 358665, 158 grain round nose flat point. And if you'll notice, it's very similar to that Lee 358158 RF mold. It's very similar to that. And my new favorite for 350 Legend, what I'm trying to get the feed in my 350 Legend, shoots great. The Lyman 358 430 200 grain round nose. CW turned me on to that bullet, and I absolutely love it.
That one, that one's in a 162 with the same numbers.
Okay. Yeah.
One less grease groove.
Yeah, 160 would be more adequate for revolvers rather than rifles. But that thing shoots really good in 35 Remington as well. What we have here, number two right there is the 38 Special. Number one right there, that's a 38 Long Colt. And then, so the 38 Special is the 38 Long Colt made even longer. And then the 357 Magnum is longer than both. These over here, 4, 5, and 6. Number 4 is the 38 New Police, Colt New Police. Number 5 is the 38 Smith & Wesson. And number 6 is the British 38 200. And it says all three can be fired from the same revolvers. So that's pretty cool. But those are old cartridges. These are 38 Special factory loads. Number one is the standard 158 grain round nose. Number two is the U.S. military 130 grain full metal jacket. And then the last one, the third one, is the 38 Special 200 grain round nose. And that's what police carried in the latter days of the revolver era when law enforcement was still carrying revolvers. They switched to that 200 grain round nose.
It was a pelvis breaker.
Do what?
They called it a pelvis breaker.
Yeah. And here you have load data.
Yep.
predominantly, what do you see? Bullseye and tight group. And some 2400. And that's what we got for you tonight with 38 special. Y'all like that?
That was good.
Just don't hold on loosely.
Elmer didn't like 38 special very much. He was not a big fan. He came out with some
Who?
Elmer Keith.
Yeah.
If
He
you-
liked
if
big
you-
shit.
If you've read Six Guns, he didn't say a whole lot about
I
it. But
have.
pretty much what he says is it's a worthless round as a man stopper, and that's all I'm going to say about 38 special. And then he keeps on talking about something else. But he did
Yeah,
develop a couple
pretty
bullets
much.
for it, and he just said it was, you couldn't load them hot enough, although he managed to do it. But he was pretty instrumental in carrying the 38 special to the 357 Magnum. You look at some of our Magnum rounds, and they came from, the special rounds came from the Magnum and vice versa. But Keith played an instrumental role in developing that 357 Magnum round.
I always
didn't
thought
like
the
38.
special came from the 357.
It did. It went backwards compared to what it usually happens. You start with a smaller cartridge and evolves to a Magnum cartridge later.
Well, Jamie, I can share Amy's point of view, my wife Ames,
Yeah.
because we shot 9mm, 38 special, a lot of stuff to find out what carry rifle that she'd like to use, and so we're out there shooting. We're shooting several of them, and of course I had different ammo out there, and this was her conclusion why she carries a 38 special revolver. I'll show you here. So, like I said, I had ammo sitting out there, and this is a 9mm. This is a 38 special. She goes, "Why would I want to shoot that smaller bullet? Give me the big one." That's her whole basis on carrying the 38 special over a 9mm.
Yeah, pack a little more powder in that 38 special
She's
case.
like, "I want the bigger one." If I got
38 special been killing folks for 1890 whatever. It's proven. Watch The Godfather.
Yeah.
There's a lot better though.
Now, Glenn, good and well, we're
What?
talking about 44.
I didn't say
Magnum.
it wasn't better. I'm just saying
Well, Stones worked for a lot of years too.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Glenn Davis, Rebel. He says, "What about 44 Magnum? Didn't we talk about 44 calibers last week?"
Yes, sir.
Glenn must have been sick that day.
you had your chance. Yeah.
Good to see Ozark Spirit out there.
Hey, buddy.
Sending us some weather.
Michael, Michael
Rebel, you stuck?
whipping out
Yeah, we can't hear you, Rebel.
egg pocket. 1930. What?
I thought it was just me. My audio's been a little scratchy tonight, so
Rebel's having problems. We still can't hear you, Mike. You're not.
All right.
You don't show muted. It's just not coming across.
Everything shows good on my end.
Your hand's
Maybe
messed
your
up. You keep freezing and stuff.
Marvin, we're tickled you here there, buddy. We're tickled to death you're out there with us. And, Glenn Davis says he didn't. He says no, sir. What is that? What are you talking about, man? You don't remember us talking about 44 last week?
And we started out with my 44 special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We showed the video.
Yeah, it was all everybody showed pictures. I couldn't get to my gun set. So.
Let me tell y'all something. And I know Kyle knows this, but when it comes to loading your 35 Remingtons, which is a 38 caliber, by the way, if you're going to shoot 35 Remington, you're going to have to reload it. You're just going to have to.
Yeah.
It is shocking how well Ramshot TAC shoots 35 Remington.
That was rather impressive.
But the thing about it is, it shouldn't be though, because it's so similar to the 308, and that powder's designed around 223 and 308. Or yeah.
I never tried TAC in the 35 Ram. I tried 4320. I like 322. I like Reloader 7 with cast bullets. I never tried TAC. I used TAC in the 358 Winchester.
Jamie shot 3 rounds with that, and I said, "It looks like we're done here." Loaded everything up and left.
Yeah, it was a clover leaf at 50 yards. 38 and a half grain with that Lee 200 grain cast bullet, powder coated and gas checked. And that thing's running out there at about right around 2,100 feet per second.
Which, Jamie, we need to have a casting session. I need to make some more of those. I've got the lead. You bring the mold.
Until I build a bigger boomer. That's my 1,000 yard right there.
Tell us about it.
260 actually improved.
Yeah, you've been talking about that for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I got you, Creedmoor. Yeah. Yeah. That thing's running probably 300 foot per second over transonic as it crosses the 1,000 yard line with the 140 grain bullet. So that's a decent plunker, you know. One of these days I'm gonna build me a big boomer and just shut everybody up. I just, you know, I like shooting the ELR. I like shooting long distance.
I'll have to bring my big lady down if I come down.
I want to go beyond 1,000 and you know, there's a lot of stuff out there, but you got to consider barrel life and how much fun you can have with it, you know?
Yeah.
Mile to 2 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be tickled to shoot a mile. Some of the guys are talking over here. Gene is telling Glenn that no, you can use powder coated bullets. Yeah, you can, but if you're going to push them that hard, you need to powder coat them and gas check them. In my opinion.
What about
Or
cutting?
you can cast them out of linotype or monotype or something too. If you can get your hands on some of that stuff and get them good and hard, they should be okay. But
Yeah, I still want to gas check them.
yeah,
Because that's a hunk of lead, Walter, going to 2,000, 2,100 feet per second.
Yep.
Trust me, about $40 to $45 you're going to spend on gas checks. That's
I wish.
that's an easy investment as opposed to scrubbing lead out of that barrel.
Man, I bought 1,041 mag gas checks from Sages a couple days ago. Still not here yet. Cost me $68 to the door with shipping and tax. $68 for gas checks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
No, I don't lube them too, Glenn. Glenn says, and lube them. That would be cool. I do have a. Absolutely, Ronnie.
Guys, I'm on a bail. I'm gonna get ready for this ice storm. So
Okay.
I got a couple more things to do. Jamie, Kyle, be praying for you. Just call me if you need anything. It's not like I can get to you, but you know.
Well,
I
man, we're
appreciate it, brother. We'll keep you in mind too.
good to see you tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah, Mike.
All right,
Good night, Mike.
we'll
Be
see.
safe. Keep the family warm out there, man.
I'll try.
Jamie, have you started making any gas checks yet?
Yeah.
How's it work?
It's rough, man. They recommend a 14 thousandths thick material, and it's hard to get that thing to poke through 14 thousandths. Then I tried some out of my drink cans, and they just come off. They're too thin. So there's got to be a happy medium. I think if I could find something between, well, that aluminum can material is only like 4 or 5 thousandths thick.
Yeah, it's paper thin.
And
Yeah, they were using like roof flashing or something, wasn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
if I
you
could
can
find-
get
Something
it out
more
of
like
the
soup can thickness or something.
You can buy it on Amazon.
Yeah. I've heard
But
that.
And you can also use those formed bottle cans. You ever see those? They're metal formed into a shape of a bottle.
yeah.
Those are thicker.
Coors Lights or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Ones that look like long
Actual
neck.
beer bottles that are
Yeah,
10
he's talking about like the Coors banquet bottles.
Yeah. They look
Bud,
like
Bud
long
has
neck
them. There's a bunch of
bottles
different
and stuff.
companies that make them,
Hmm.
but they look like a bottle.
Yeah. Coke bottle shape, beer bottle shape, kind of.
If you
I
know
agree
what,
with you, Buzz.
know what thickness, couldn't you just buy it from like McMahon and or whoever it is?
McMaster.
Yeah, McMaster and Carr.
Their shipping's really high.
Yeah, everything they got's a little bit pricey. I know Amazon's got some sheet good.
I'm just gonna find something.
We order from McMaster all the time, but
Glenn, that was for 1,041 mag gas checks. They're the same. I think they're the same price for the 44s, but I got a bunch of 44s, but it couldn't find 41s anywhere else but Sages.
I want to take my big boys 44 bullets and gas check them and run them out of my Henry. See what I can get out of them.
So, Curtis has joined us. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you.
Hey, Curtis.
And GGW Outdoors has joined us. Good to see you out there.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Joe. Well, we got some real horsepower out there in that side chat tonight, don't we?
Yeah.
We got-
All the cool folks are here.
Everybody's snowed in.
Yeah, got no place to go and all day to get there. Huh?
Well, you know it's going to be a good chat when that stranger down there in the bottom right corner showed up.
That's
Ain't
absolute.
that the truth?
That's true.
Mac, man.
There's 10
Yeah, I
minutes.
noticed his accent's starting to get back to where he came from. He's not been on here long enough, lately. He's starting to lose his American accent there.
Yeah, he's quiet.
I actually heard him say H instead of H. I heard
No
him say
way.
it.
No way.
You didn't slip that underneath us. I heard you say HP38. Actually, the Welsh pronunciation makes more sense than the English pronunciation.
That's what happens after you kill a deer. You start developing redneck vernacular.
Well, yeah, and you get an H in your britches too. Back in down in there, it's H and
But I know all you guys are suffering in the snow. I just like to say we're at 64 degrees here, no wind.
that's nice. Yeah, that's where
Come
we're
on
at
over,
here,
guys.
but-
Let's get out of the snow.
That's a good one, Ken Larson. That's a real good one.
A shovel.
I'm telling you, man,
Well,
those Chevelles that's my favorite car, man.
yeah.
I had a 1972 Chevelle Malibu 350 turbo,
Mhm.
five traction rear end. It was black on black on black. It had
Oh boy,
Nice.
tell
black
you what, man.
interior, black
Triple black.
and a black vinyl top. And every time it rained, as soon as it quit, I had to go to the car wash. But
Man.
yeah,
Some
Mac,
vinyl.
man, I hope you taking in some of this 35 Remington load stuff we're talking about.
Has anybody seen RCBS's new trimmer? Case
Saw
trimmer?
a video of it, and
Looks a lot
Ultimate
like that one.
Reloader.
Yeah.
Gavin Gear had a video on it here the other day.
Did you see the price on that dude?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's shocking.
yeah.
What
You
is-
got to
They're
I got the
losing their
Henderson,
mind.
the Henderson one back there.
Down and they're going up
Yeah,
What was it going for? How much was it going for?
almost $700.
yeah,
Jeez.
yeah.
There's no way.
They won't sell many of those.
Yeah,
No.
It's
That's
ver-
about
yeah.
like one of these primer. Yeah, I
There's
mean,
the Henderson one.
you're right there with that big dog. Why would I buy RCBS's?
Well, that's the real one.
Yeah.
The only difference I can see with the RCBS one, they brought out that new micrometer adjuster for it instead of using the bolt as a stop.
Mhm.
So they got that micrometer adjuster. So I actually text Henderson yesterday, and they pretty much said it's going to be in the works as an option we can buy for this. So that would make it really cool if we can get the micrometer adjustment instead of trying to use those bolts and lock nuts.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's always good.
There's my new buddy, Bull. What's going on, bud? You better hunker down, boy. We got ice coming up in this place.
Up in here. Up in here.
Thanks to Ozark Spirit. He's sent it this way. He said so earlier. Said they got 8 to 12 inches of snow over there. Gene said in Ohio, where he's at, it's 3 degrees, feels like negative 11.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll share something here, Jamie.
Go ahead.
I think this might go around us. I don't know. I'm where that blue dot is. What do you guys think?
I think
Yeah,
you're going to get
think
snow,
so.
but it's a lot better than the ice.
Yeah, and I think Ozark Spirit's right in here with me somewhere. I think he's just talking about projected because we're 12 to 14 inches is what the projection is. And as this moves on, the dang freezing line goes just right here below us. So, like, we could get it some ice too. It's like, dang it, man.
My coworker, her children live in Virginia, and they're getting ready for 24 inches of snow.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well,
They were saying-
Garage guy earlier, he's in Virginia, and he was talking about it's supposed to hit there at 3:00 tomorrow, and he's talking about getting up and going to the gun stores before it gets there.
There we go.
I
Don't
could see
say-
they were projecting in some places in Texas 68 inches.
Damn.
68 inches, that's a lot of snow.
That's an insane.
Well, Texas, I mean, them fellers, they got their water heaters and their plumbing on the outside of the house. You know, it really gets rough for them. They run their swimming pool year round. So, dang.
Jamie, show that one. That's the snowdrift in Russia right now.
Oof.
Yeah, I heard that. At one time, it
Good
was like,
God.
what, 7 foot the other day, and they got more.
That's a 10-story building.
But a few
That's
days
called
ago,
snowdrift
they had
right there.
7 foot of snow.
No,
And then-
thank you, comrade.
Can y'all imagine that?
No, don't want to even think about it.
You
No,
said
man.
no.
When it melts, the mess it's going to make when that melts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
ain't
but
getting
it's
no
not gonna
garbage
melt
collection
until
down
July.
those streets either.
There's one thing, nobody's gonna be jumping to their death off that building.
They showed the guy the
Yeah.
other day. I don't know where he is at,
Yeah.
but he jumped out of a three-story building, did a flip, and landed on the snow and disappeared. I
Oh,
don't
boy.
know if he was like over there in Russia or what, but I just seen a short of it, and I'm like, dang, man.
And people
Send
wonder
them
why
above.
so many houses in Vermont and New Hampshire and Maine have second story doors with no decks, no nothing. That's why. That's the only way to get out of the house with bad snow.
I mean, I remember.
Those buildings are well insulated right now. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
I bet it's getting a little bit wet inside though.
The only time I ever seen that is on Little House on the Prairie, and they had talked to crawl out the attic window. So, man, that's
Light the
rough.
fires and pass the vodka, comrade.
There's my buddy Texarkana and Harmungus is joined us. So good to have them with us and closing in on time to get to our verse of the week. And
Yeah.
I think it's we'll hit that in about 5 more minutes, but ain't that the truth, Ken? All this weather is temporary. They keep telling us global warming is coming.
We could use a little bit of that global warming this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't hear too much out of what's his name? Al something.
Al Gore.
Al Roker.
Yeah, you don't hear too much out of Al Gore right now, do you?
No, Al Gore, yeah.
He made his
Walter,
million.
Walter and
Actually, I
McMahon's
did see
sucking
him
up
this
all that
week.
global warming right now, so we're just
Yeah,
out
well,
of luck.
it's still 55 out here. It's not quite as warm as Phoenix, but
It's 61 here.
When it gets to 60s here, we can start going swimming.
yeah, right.
Let me see what
Yeah.
it is.
Give McMahon about 6 months and ask him again what the Phoenix weather's. It's
Yeah, it's 39 here.
My pool's going to be 80 degrees before I get in it.
yeah.
I got 41 degrees, and they're talking about the temperatures dropping into single digits next week.
Yep.
You know it's bad when you see McMahon wearing his long-handled underwear.
You got to wonder where he keeps that in the off season. Addy can get that out.
To be honest, I did put long johns on to go duck hunting last week. It was pretty cold, and I put long johns on to go duck hunting. We were
Oh,
at
yeah?
32 degrees.
When you add water to the mix, it changes everything.
Jamie, I just got an alert. Ice storm warning. These conditions are expected by 1 p.m. tomorrow. They've moved it up from 6 to 1.
Picked up speed over Oklahoma.
Y'all are north of me, so maybe I won't get none of it.
Chessboard ain't kidding. Yeah, global warming will be here about August for sure.
Oh gosh, be here before then.
Chapin said he'd gladly take a Michigan winter over the Georgia summer. You've been
Me
down
too.
here, ain't you?
No,
Sometimes I would.
I can always put on a jacket. You can only walk around in public so naked.
You can always put more layers on. You can only take so much off.
Humidity is no place to be, man.
Floridian says he's in Chicago tonight. It's -7. Dang.
I mean, I've been in Vegas when it's 140 degrees, but it's only like 3% humidity. It's not that bad. Your sweat evaporates, it cools you. In Georgia, it doesn't. It pulls up in your shoes.
One thing I can tell Floridian, man, that Chicago, that water coming off that wind coming off that water, it's cold on a summer night there.
It is.
Yeah. It just didn't happen out here. I got 6 miles that way from where I am is the Pacific Ocean, and that water temperature out there doesn't vary much between 55 and 58 degrees. It might get up to 60 degrees close on shore in the shallow water once in a while, but it's just a big temperature regulator.
Yeah, the first time I was like, God almighty, this is cold.
Yeah,
it's 85 degrees out here, and this is cold. Is there ice caps out here? What's going on?
Yeah, it's just a big weather moderator out there. It gives us foggy mornings in the summer, so it doesn't get hot, and it keeps us warmish in the wintertime. We get our average daily temperature in January is often higher than it is in June because of the fog layer we get in June through August. It's foggy till noon.
Foggy or smoggy?
And we don't have smog where I'm at. LA, they do.
Man, they do on up or around LA. My goodness.
Yeah. No, I don't have much smog here, and largely because we're not that big of a town, and we get an afternoon breeze that blows it over to where Mario lives. Mario gets all our smoke.
Bakersfield.
Take this, West Coast weirdo.
Yeah, I hate to do it, but I got to ask you, what do you think about y'all's governor going all the way to Davos to trash Trump?
That guy spending my hard-earned cash to go do that rascal.
He should have stopped that American Center on his way.
He's just no good. He ain't no good riding or walking.
All right, y'all ready for a verse of the week?
Absolutely.
We need it.
Yes, sir. It's about time.
Okay, y'all remember recently we've been in Psalms chapter 2, the second Psalm. I can read y'all those if you want me to.
I got my bookmark.
So why do the nations rage and the people plot a vain thing? Verse 2, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bonds in pieces and cast away their cords. Verse 4 says, he who sits in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall hold them in derision. Verse 5, then he shall speak to them in his wrath and distress them in his deep displeasure. Verse 6, I have set my king on my holy hill of Zion. And we talked about how the principle of a tale and prophecies, about how a tale will have 2 different fulfillments of the same prophecy. Once in the Old Testament, and then again, a tale is always fulfilled the second time in Christ Jesus and the author of the book will tell you that that is the case. So tonight we get into verse 7 here. I will declare the decree. The Lord has said to me, you are my son. Today I have begotten you. And as we always do, we want to read John MacArthur's notes there. Right there, it says, I will declare the decree. Instead, I will declare the decree. The installed moderator now recites the Lord's previously issued enthronement ordinance. I will set my king on my holy hill of Zion. Who is the installed mediator that he's talking about there? I believe it would be the author of this psalm, and that would be King David. Then he says, you are my son. This recalls 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 8 through 16 as the basis for the Davidic king. It is also the only Old Testament reference to the father-son relationship in the Trinity, a relationship decreed in eternity past and demonstrated in the incarnation, thus a major part of the New Testament. You are my son there. My Bible, and on this particular copy and paste of Scripture, my and son are both capitalized, and this indicates deity. It's important to also point out here that father and son doesn't mean that Jesus was created by God. He, in fact, is just as eternal as God the Father is. The terminology is symbolic of the relationship. Now, I believe that Jesus is the human form representation of the Father. When we read the Old Testament stories and we see the term, the angel of the Lord appeared to him, or, and the angel is capitalized, I believe that that is the pre-incarnate Lord Christ Jesus. I do. MacArthur goes on to remind us of King David's appointment, 2 Samuel 7, verses 8 through 16, his anointing. And he tells us that this is the only reference to the Father, Son, and the Trinity in the Old Testament. And I like MacArthur's wording there. That phrase, a relationship decreed in eternity past and demonstrated in the incarnation. Man, that's just powerful. That's just, I just love it. Right there where it says, today I have begotten you. MacArthur writes that this expresses the privileges of relationship with its prophetic application to the Son, Messiah. This verse is quoted in New Testament in reference to the birth of Jesus in Hebrews 1, 5, and 6, and also to his resurrection in Acts chapter 13, verses 33 and 34, as the earthly affirmations. Prophetic application here, again, a type. A prophecy with one prophecy, two fulfillments. This certainly applies to King David at his incarnation, and to Christ Jesus at his birth, and then to Christ Jesus again at his resurrection. Today I have begotten you. Okay? Now, let's switch this up. Look at this verse. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who according to his abundant mercy has begotten us again to a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. Abundant mercy right there. Abundant mercy. MacArthur writes there that the reason God provided a glorious salvation for mankind is that he is merciful. Sinners need God's mercy. because they are in a pitiful, desperate, wretched condition as sinners. And he lists a whole list of reference verses for there. Abundant mercy there, MacArthur. Without God's mercy, we are all in a world of hurt. He didn't have to send Jesus to save us, except for his merciful, loving kindness, character that he has, that all-powerful God has chosen for himself. Let me say that again. Are you listening? Let me say it again. Without God's mercy, we're in a world of hurt. He didn't have to send Jesus to save us, except for his merciful and loving kindness character that all-powerful God has chosen for himself. He chose to save us through the blood of Christ Jesus when we didn't and don't deserve it. And the main point of me showing that verse is he has begotten us again. Let's read MacArthur there again. God gave us new birth as part of his provision and salvation. When a sinner comes to Christ and puts his faith in him, he is born anew into God's family and receives a new nature. And there's a ton of verses there. He references John 1:13 and John 3, verse 1 through 21. And in the middle of that is John 3:16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only son, only begotten son. He has begotten us again, a new creation. Notice this phrasing. I believe Peter has Psalm 2 in mind when he wrote his epistle. Thinking about all this, think about all of this. Adoption into the family of God, begotten again. One prophecy, the Psalm of prophecy, the prophecy of Psalm 2:7 has a never-ending fulfillment. First, when King David at his incarnation as King of Israel. Second, at the birth of Jesus. Third, at the resurrection of Jesus. And continually, all the way through time, each time a new believer comes to faith in Christ Jesus and is adopted into the family of God, that prophecy continues to be fulfilled. And that's what I got for you.
Real quick, Jamie, we have somebody new out there in the side chat, Lefty Six Gun. He says, hello, new guy here. Welcome, buddy.
I see a couple of new faces.
Yeah, welcome.
All right. Y'all made 33 comments.
Looky here. Bull says Lefty is a friend of mine. Didn't they write a song about that or something?
I was about to say.
Me and Lefty. Awesome.
Good stuff, Ken Larson. You got to love Sermon on the Mount. We did quite a few. We did a whole series of the Sermon on the Mount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's that doubling?
Good deal, guys.
All right. We're going to keep going with Psalm 2 next week, Jamie, or do you know yet?
Probably.
Cool.
I mean, the Lord just spoke that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Walter, I know you got something to say, buddy.
Oh, no, that was when there's some interesting stuff in the rest of it's like, now we're going to hear the rest of the story
Rest of the story.
next week. Yeah. Who was it that had that program? They always said that. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, there's,
Paul Harvey.
yeah, there you go. Paul Harvey. But, the last 3 or 4 verses are Psalm 2 are powerful. I will say that much and know more about it, but it's a good one.
Fred Funk, we're all sinners, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
We all fall short of the glory of God.
And there ain't nothing wrong with having freedom tools either. And
No.
being a believer.
Remember when Jesus was leaving the Garden of Gethsemane? He told them, you might need a sword. And Peter told him, we have 2. And he said, that's enough.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim S.
And we have to translate that into today's times. We have so many, so you can have 2 of each kind.
Yeah.
I'm ad-libbing as we go.
No, and I'll say this too about verse of the week, kind of particularly for the newcomers. This is something that Jamie has led us in for quite some time now, and it's a piece of it of the Friday night chat that we all look forward to. And I'm always pretty much the first one to say thanks, Jamie. I needed that, and that's no lie right there. I try. And most of the time, I'm more trying than others, according to Catherine. But
I'll tell y'all the story of how this came about. Is I get a daily devotion every day from David Jeremiah, and it was on one of my favorite verses, and I can't cite it from memory. It's just one of my favorite, but I think I got it written down in here somewhere. But it was about you never can find this kind of stuff when you really need it. Colossians 1:16. Do y'all know that one?
Go ahead and read it.
If I can find it.
I was about to say that's what he's trying to do. He's looking for it.
Hey Google, read
For by Christ,
16.
for by Christ all things were created that are in heaven, that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created through him and for him. Verse 17 goes on to say, and through him all things consist. So not only was Jesus involved in creation, not only is he an eternal being, through him the world stays the world. It doesn't just fall to pieces, Anyway, y'all get me preaching.
Yeah, well, we can all do that. There's some of my favorite, verses come out of the Psalms.
So, as I'm reading through this devotion, he refers to Psalms chapter 2. So I go look up Psalm chapter 2. And then it's like, well, we need to talk about this on the verse of the week. And I was wanting to eventually tie it into that devotion and share that devotion with y'all, which I will do probably next week. But we got to get through verse 8 for it to make sense. And that's the one you want some expoundation on, ain't it, Walter?
Yeah.
Bust stuff up with a rod. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, take your iron rod and make my day.
Yeah.
You want me to read that verse again, Fred?
What was that? Colossians 1:17,
1:16.
1:16. Well, I can tell you how everybody can hear it is, hey, Alexa, play Colossians 1:16. Yeah, everybody's household will start playing that.
You missed that.
Not in my house.
Yeah,
Stop
I
doing
finally
it.
had
I
to
don't
unplug.
live in my house.
Stop it.
Alexa, don't pay rent or taxes.
When you did the other one a minute ago, mine started running its mouth.
That's fine, Glenn. That tickles my heart, man. Yeah, I love 44 mag. I got to load some up too.
Jamie,
Yes.
I think we'd be amiss if we didn't go on and read 1 Peter 1:3-4, the 4th verse. I love that 4th verse. To obtain an inheritance which is imperishable and undefiled and will not fade away, reserved in heaven for you.
Yeah.
I love that part.
I love that whole starting in verse 2. Verse 1 is pretty much. Here's the thing: I'm teaching 1 Peter in my Sunday school class, and that's what tied all of this together. I'm studying Psalm chapter 2 for you guys. I'm studying 1 Peter, and I see that same wording there, the same words. I'm like, this is not a coincidence. Peter had to be thinking about this when he wrote he had to be thinking about Psalm chapter 2 when he wrote this epistle. But an interesting fact right there at the beginning of 1 Peter, Paul used to write, Paul, an apostle of Jesus Christ by the will of God the Father. Peter don't do that. He says, Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ. Nobody questioned Peter's credentials at all. Everybody knew who Peter was and all that. So, and if you don't, you're going to find out because he's got the keys to heaven. So,
Don't knock me down. I got the keys.
Right. Don't run me over. Take your time. We'll all get there. Anyway, let's start going through the room. Mac, man, you all right down there?
Yeah, I'm still listening.
I feel like I've talked too much tonight.
No way.
Who wants to go first? We got to start clearing the deck for Chad and them.
I'll start. I'll be short and sweet. It's going to be 48th verse, same song next week. Rinse and repeat. I'm loading some ammo this week. I've been doing a lot of revolver stuff on Moldy Monday, so we're going to switch over and do some semi-auto, some 45 ACP stuff next time, and fixing to load up some 4440, also known as 44 Winchester centerfire, because I haven't shot that in a long time. So we're going to do that this coming week too, and so we'll have the second half of last week's Wad Cutter Wednesday with the loading and the shooting of that come up on Wednesday. I got another Free the Few Friday and some Saturday shorts. And that's what we got going on here at Casa de Viejo. So got a picnic or two planned with some friends. If the weather holds, that's going to be fun. So how about you, Mac, man? What you got going on back there in that reloading room that you got going that everybody wishes they had?
So the middle press is all set up for 223.556, and I'm making a bunch of that. I've probably got 1,000 rounds done already, and I've got probably another 3,000 or 4,000 rounds to do. Just gonna go through and fill up all my containers. I'm gonna set up the auto press there. We're gonna start processing 9mm. I got a couple of 5-gallon buckets of 9mm, so I like to process it to get it ready for loading. So when it comes to using the press, it's so much easier. So it's already been sized and decapped and everything. So I'm going to be doing that. And we're going to maybe have a bit of rain and snow over the weekend. So we're going to go out on the side-by-side Sunday. The wife wants to go up on top of the mountain and see if we can find some snow and have some fun on the side-by-side. I got that video to drop on the 35 Remington. I'm going to drop a video. I'm going to do like a show and tell on that. And that's about it, really, guys. I'm just slowly getting back into it.
Are you starting back up on your Monday nights?
I will be, yes. Maybe this Monday. We'll see how it goes during this Monday. But yes, I'm definitely going to be setting back up. I've been getting some 308 here ready. I'm going to do some 308 prepping and loading, spreading it out over a couple of sessions so we don't get busted. I had my first warning, not a strike, my first warning from YouTube. And it was for my second video I ever posted. And it was back in 2021. I did my first casting. It was the second one I ever posted, and I had a warning for it. So I did the little online course. It was on there. I think it's on there for 30 days or 90 days. Just sits there, then it'll come off then because I did their course. So, but lucky it wasn't a strike. It was just a warning. So I went through all my videos. I pulled down anything I thought that they might not like. So hopefully I won't get any more. Fingers crossed.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, man after my own heart with the 308.
I love it going.
With Kyle, that's like putting on underwear.
Like
Yeah, last time we took the 308 bolt action out, we were banging the gong at 1,000 yards. So I was pretty happy with that.
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun.
Well,
Man, it's good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for letting me jump on.
Well, we appreciate you. Let us know when you're going to get out of that truck in time, and we'll send you a link.
Yeah, I'll send you messages, and you can send me a link. That'd be great. I appreciate it.
Cool. Mama, Dad, what you got coming up?
I'm going to the range. My buddy, he's come through and for Brock's Gap, and we're gonna go and see. We're gonna start out at 1,000 and see if I can't get to a mile. I don't know if I'm gonna film it or not. I don't know if I want anybody to see that.
Oh, come on. You've seen the way I shoot. I put it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly goes out there. Most of it's ugly.
You shoot like I do. If I can get it in the size of a dinner plate, I'm happy. I'm not like some of these that's got to have 3 touching. I'm not trying to make clover leaves. I just want to get it on the target.
If I shoot 20 rounds, I might get 3 that'll touch.
You do fine, Walter. I tell you what, you make Monday mornings great.
And if any of you guys want to do long range shooting here ever in Phoenix, we've got a spot we can go out to 3,000 yards.
Wow.
So if you're ever down here, bring your long rifle and we'll take you out.
I don't think my bipod will go up that high. I do have experience with artillery, just not the 308 caliber.
Yeah.
What's that angle you got to shoot at to go like that? It's somewhere about like that. Oh, yeah. I'm just really eager to see what I can get done now that I've got my scope lined up and everything done, ready to go.
I think you're going to like it.
Tell you what I don't like. I don't like how short a distance how the powder goes in a 300 PRC.
It's like loading the 300 Win Mag. You ain't getting much per pound.
Nope.
80 or 82 grains of shot in my big lady.
Yeah, I think I'm up to 75 grains in my 338 Lepore.
That's me, Fred. I don't have a 308. I got a 30-06 and a 30-30. I need to get a 308.
I looked at a really nice CZ 600 today. Yeah. Really impressive.
I bet. All right. Who's next? Thank you for being here, Bama Dad. Hope you feel better, buddy.
I'm already feeling better.
Good deal. Good deal. 6.
Well,
Good company and steroids.
well, thanks for letting me be on here again tonight. I missed it last week, but I was having fun doing what I was doing, hunting.
Oh, we missed you. We missed you.
Yeah, got a bunch of reloading to do right now. I've just about got everything set up to get that lease 6 pack out and start cranking on it. Hopefully I got all these little bugs I've been trying to work on for the past 6 months fixed, and I can be able to just run with that press. So they postponed our cowboy match from this weekend till next weekend, but it sounds like it's going to be a repeat next weekend. Or it's rain anyway. I don't think it's going to be nowhere as cold, but that's about it for me.
Got to put on the wax long coat and go for it.
Oh yeah. Well, we did order some heated vests, so we'll give them a workout.
There you go. Well, we missed you last week, 6, and it's great to have you back this week. Hillbilly, you need to go next.
It don't matter, buddy. I think Kentucky Rimfire is coming up next here, and
Well, I'll let you go next so you can get over there if you need to.
yeah. Man, thank you so much for having me on here. Always a blast. Great panel and side chat. Good to see Mac Man again, buddy. I'm happy to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got Guns Burn Therapy coming up tomorrow night. And since it's so cold and the weather is so bad, I thought, well, instead of Guns Burn Therapy, we might call it something like ice and, snow and therapy or something. So I was kind of messing around and come up with a thumbnail. I'll see what you guys think.
Fear and hypothermia.
Ice, snowman, and therapy.
Yeah.
Boy, you got way too much time on your hands. That's pretty
great.
cool, man.
Blankets, booze, and fellowship.
Ice whiskey and whiskey and therapy.
Yeah. And I just put out a scope video yesterday, and we got more videos coming out. Got to jump in and finish up Hasbro's Elf on the Shelf challenge. It goes to the end of this month. And me and him and Nibs are at Walnut and Steel. We got some, I'm talking nice. These are custom Daisy BB guns, 3 of them. Like one-of-ones that we're going to be giving away for that. And so basically to get in that giveaway, you pretty much just shoot the Elf on the Shelf. You can shoot with a 22 long rifle at 50 yards, or you can just shoot with a BB gun at 7 yards. It's not going to enter, like you just literally got to shoot it and like send him a picture or the video to get entered. So you don't have to do like, you can miss everything. You can take one shot and get entered, and you got a lot of great items over there. We'll be giving away on Guns Burn Therapy after the end of this month. And we hit 3,000 subscribers, so we got that 3K baby giveaway coming up. And so, man, appreciate everybody. You guys are just awesome. Thank you so much for having me on.
Next week, let's talk about that. Make sure we set aside some time to talk about your fundraisers going on.
Yes, and that's another thing that it'll actually be ending next or towards the end of next week. So, yes, if you've not checked out, just go to my channel and look. I have a video up helping out E Squad. If you watch the video, it explains everything. and we're going to be doing some. We literally don't have very many donations, and we have some really, really nice gifts for that so far. And so you pretty much go on there. You find you'll see in the description down below GoFundMe that goes directly to him and his wife. And so if you donate $10 or more and screenshot it and then email it to me at American Hillbilly Contest at gmail.com, we'll put you in that giveaway. And I'm talking Moondog donated I think it's like a 450 bean scope. So I mean that's just one of the items of many that we got, you know. So yeah, go help him out. Everything explains everything on the video. There's a link to his channel and everything. So yeah, go help bless these people. And thanks for reminding me of that, Jamie.
Cool. I am Bo. We'll leave that up there and let some people see it. Anyway, Kyle, what you got coming up, dude?
Well, same old work. I got my peppers out of the dehydrator, getting ready to make some pepper powder. Got some deer chili in the fridge, so we're good and set there. Got plenty of stuff to make cornbread, which is not in a box. Let's see. We got plenty of food, plenty of heat, plenty of fuel. We're good to go. I just hope that I can get back and forth to work. She's off for the next week, so her and the dogs are going to be sitting here knitting puppy blankets or something. I don't know, but we're just hoping everybody stays warm and stays safe. And man, it was great to have everybody here. Side chat was just outstanding tonight. MacMan, as always, good to see you. Glad you could stop in, brother.
Thank you.
Other than that, we're just trying to get through the week.
I was just going to say quickly, Jamie, the reason I'm making so many 2-2-3 rounds is because I've got this baby to play with.
Hold on.
See that?
Oh,
Ooh.
And I thought I've been hanging on, waiting to build it, and I'm finally going to use. I'm going to use this.
Oh, the wood.
Really?
Yes,
There you
sir.
I can't remember who sent it to me. I was holding on to it till I made a fairly decent build,
Might have been
and I
Scotsman.
decided that's going to be what it's going to be built around. So that's why I need plenty of 2-2-3 ammo, because we're going to have an absolute blast.
Yes,
I
sir.
think you got mine on my 350 Legend. Yeah, Scotsman got those done, and I sent a bunch, and he sent out a bunch. So
yeah, I finally got one. I put mine on my 300 black, one of my 300 blackouts.
Yep, it's on mine. 2-2-3 wild.
Yeah, so I finally get to use it, and I think he'll appreciate it.
Which I didn't get to go shoot this year.
bummer.
All right.
See that? What you got? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just expanding on what Rick said. There is we should do something like that on the anniversary or thereabouts. Take our monogrammed rifles and shoot them and do a quick video on Willie, about Willie. That'd be something.
That's about 2 weeks from tonight.
Yep.
It's getting to the point where I ought to just go ahead and do a memorial.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Maybe I'll do just that.
Got enough of our brothers have gone on.
Yep. Well, I've got 3 videos next week. I threw another one in the middle. Usually I do Mondays and Fridays or Tuesdays and Fridays, but I stuck one on Wednesday, so I got 3 videos next week. I hope you enjoy those. I got a whole bunch. I'm almost to March. I think I'm one video away from March.
Good.
Posted. So I like to stay a little bit ahead.
A little bit.
It does make it challenging answering the comments, because I got to think back to what's going on. If it's just a standalone video, it's easy. But a lot of times, like this 1022 stuff, I've been 2 or 3 more times since the video posted, and the problems that I had, or the issue that I had, or the question that I had, or the item that I highlighted, you know,
Already solved. Huh?
may have changed, solved. You know, it's old news. It's nothing. So it makes it a challenge in that regard. But no, I love it. It's and the three that are coming up this week are only ones on the SP. I mean on the GP. But I got a couple other ones off topics, and one of them I think is going to be really useful to a lot of folks. So the Wednesday one I'm hoping is because it's something that's been around, but I don't ever hear it talked about, and it's something that's useful, really, really useful. So that's about it.
Good deal. Y'all hang around for a second. I want to talk to you after this. Let's do this. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. We love you and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Amen.
We hope the Lord blesses you all real good. And if he's willing, we'll see you back here next week, next Friday night at 8 o'clock. Say good
Good night, everybody.
God bless.